All right, we are live.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Let me find myself.
For those that have been asking, the tree staying up through Inauguration Day.
Mm-hmm. And I want to thank Johnny for putting the background of an American flag. We've been discussing this for months now. How they have to, hello,
We have to take it back.
diminished everything.
Does not belong to them.
Take our flag back.
Mm-hmm.
That is ours.
Mm-hmm.
And take the word patriot back, what patriotism is.
Yeah, because like when everybody calls me a patriot, it's just like I cringe, because for decades that word has been co-opted by the wackos, you know. So it's like, no, don't call me that. So, oh, and I did see in the comments section somebody was saying that you need 2/3 majority to convict. Lawrence Tribe, who is a constitutional lawyer, was on the Lawrence O'Donnell yesterday, and I believe Rachel Maddow confirmed it as well, that it's not the entire Senate. It's whoever is present in the Senate to take 2/3 majority to convict. So you don't need the entire Senate.
If there's 10 people, it's 2/3 of the 10 people, however many are there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That works for me.
Works for me too.
You got the Senate, you got the House, you got the President. Well, tie vote in the Senate, but hopefully things will start to pick up. Yes, you are on time. Also, we will be doing the giveaway for the Tarot Grand Looks here in the stream. I'll do it towards the end. And on the 20th, Inauguration Day, we will be doing another live stream with us three and Lena Rodriguez from Australia, Tarot Down Under. And I will be doing another giveaway. Don't fall all over the place, please. And I have another one that we will be doing another giveaway on that day. So this will be the one for that day. This one will be the one for today, and I'll do it towards the end. Thank you, Anna. So,
hey, can I give a shout out to Miss Enjoy's mom?
Yes.
She watches us.
I miss Enjoy's mom.
We're actually going to start with the protest on the 17th that was planned. They say is going to be planned, and we'll do the inauguration too.
Can we start with the candle lighting first?
Yes, we're going to do, however, a candle lighting first, because they plan on doing something stupid on the inauguration. So we need all the protection we can get for our incoming people.
So you guys get your candles ready. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael especially, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, we surrender to your mercy, compassion, and healing. We thank you. We thank you for your immediate protection around Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We thank you for protecting them. We thank you, Gabriel, for trumpeting any news that is coming out that they are in danger, to trumpet that out and protect them. We thank you, Archangel Michael, for shielding them from any of these insurrectionists. I'm just going to move my candle over.
Amen. Thank you, Impish.
Thank you, Jenny, for that prayer.
It's more of an invocation.
Invocation.
Calling on the archangels. Okay, what's our first question?
So we're going to start with, what do they plan on doing on the 17th, or how will the 17th go? Which edition? How will the 17th go? Thank you, sweet tea.
It's a little lunacy again on the 17th. But I get that the law is ready this time. The challenge is to have the investigators get all the information out about where all they're going. So FBI or whoever's watching them, because their fortunes have changed and they're very erratic. So purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, they're going to do whatever they think they can get away with because they're dissatisfied. So they're trying to hang on. There will be more treasonous things done, more power plays for the White House in collaboration. I do get there's a little bit of a question around security, our national security, and a lot of anxiety, but I get they're blocked in general, that they're blocked from doing anything major. So maybe they'll have enough police there to arrest them as they go this time.
What you get back?
I see growing security and serious punishment for anyone involved, specifically those who have put a target or have identified a woman in the house that is part of the community. But ultimately, I see growing security and serious punishment. The security is going to be there, is what I'm getting. So I got, this is the first part of the read, and then this is the last part of the read. So
I think that 7 of Cups I had too means like there's a lot of options of where they'll go, like state capitals and stuff. So, all the states are going to have to step up too.
Oh, yeah.
I get that there is something with something written on it, so some probably like a post or something of that nature that someone is looking at with the Hangman and the Sun. So I think they've already been monitored and they know what to expect. And I think in this in particular case, I think even more people are being monitored than ever before. There is also an attempt to, with the 2 of Cups, to, I guess, create a loss with the 5 of Cups for someone connected to Joe Biden. Because I have the Joe Biden card here with the King of Cups. So they are trying to cause a disruption so that he does not get inaugurated. So we're going to have to go into that question because that's what they're really targeting, is that.
Inauguration Day. So let's look at Inauguration Day. Johnny, tell me what you were reading that Biden was saying about Inauguration Day.
I didn't watch the video, but I believe he said that he was fine with not having the inauguration, the big fanfare, but he wants to be sworn in on the steps.
Taking our capital back.
Inauguration.
forget they're watching them very closely on the bottom because they are planning a new action because they're sneaky little buttholes. Co-conspirators trying to throw everything off balance. So there's a lot of protection out. I get in general, they're out in the cold, and so is Trump the little liar, because there's a lot of defending around. It's a joyous day, good day. There will be some sort of small riots. I feel like they're much smaller, and there will be people jailed, but in general, inauguration is secure. He will be sworn in.
What'd you get, Becca?
I'm getting that there's going to be more than one institution that's going to be looking into this. It's multiple institutions. They're looking at official government buildings, whether that is the Capitol, the White House, local governments within the communities, like in certain states. They're also monitoring social media activities where these people tend to congregate. They may identify and shine a light on quite a few of the quite a few institutions where I'm hesitant to say targets, but okay. There may be an instance where BOMBSs are found. I do not see them detonated, simply because of this, several. If I read this literally, this could be something that is bright and shiny, and you know what I mean? Those may be identified, but they're closely monitoring social media, and keeping an eye on visitors that may be trying to visit or be there in cover. People that come in secret. Does that make sense? They're also perhaps going to be protecting, for some reason, banks with these two, and then this mirrors as well. So this would be an institution that has money. This is an institution that has finances. So I don't know why they would be looking at banks.
They probably think the cops will be so distracted by trying to protect Biden and Harris
Is there one close?
That they'll be an easy target.
Well,
they could just be, what do you call it? Like innocent bystander type thing.
What do you mean?
Like, since they're close to the Capitol or close to the place that they're protesting, it could be collateral damage. That's what.
Yeah, but it's not just buildings in Washington. They're kind of like, they could be sprinkled out throughout the U.S. because there's several of them. And that's why I was saying, like, perhaps in local governments as well. Perhaps maybe in swing states where they felt it was stolen from Spanky. Do you see what I'm saying? So that, not to alarm anybody, but that's, unless I'm interpreting it wrong. So
I get the Three of Wands and the Nine of Wands. They are going to take extra precaution, of course, because of what's been going on. This is already off the ground. His Secret Service has already been replaced and purged, so he's going to be protected here with Joe Biden and the Seven of Wands. There is protection for him already there. He is on the higher ground, so forth, so forth. But I do see that with the Empress and the Death card, there might be a loss of life somewhere. This seems to be like there might be a person who tries to breach security. Here with the Moon card, this is a person who is not necessarily in the right mind, naturally.
A little lunacy.
They somehow, there's a loss of life somewhere. But I can say it's not Joe Biden, because he does have the higher ground here. But whoever this is. So yeah, they are going to, of course, try to plan something on inauguration, but He's protected at least. Well, let's go into this then. Why didn't Trump go to the protest?
Because he said he was going to at the rally. He's going to march with them, and then he sent Alex Jones with them. Why didn't he march with them? Chicken. All these people you love, you didn't march with them. He's scared of them, his own people.
Well, it's just like, the rest of the terrorists. They send the other people out. Go strap something to you, blow yourself up. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Charles Manson, send somebody else in to do the murders.
And then the people who go out never stop to question, hey, what are you going to be doing this whole time? Nope. If you're going to be stupid together.
Lied.
It was his bone spurs.
He lied. He's blocked from going himself because he lied about going with them. He wasn't going to go with them. That was premeditated. There was already a plan in place, and he knew that he was pushing them for this power play. So he had to just sit back and bide his time to watch what was going on. So here come the rioters, not accepting what's offered and crash bang everything. Trump's very satisfied with them. These are his people he collaborated with. These are the people that got paid to do this. And the like-minded people that are highly emotional. He lied. He never planned on going with them. He knew they were dangerous.
What you get, Becker?
I'm getting that he took great pleasure and really loved what they were doing. And it gave him pleasure to see what they were doing because it made him feel even more powerful. But ultimately, he wanted to create distance from the results so that it can be quiet. Even though he knew what he did, it would give him an out. He can weasel out of this. Well, I didn't technically say go storm the Capitol. I wasn't there. They must have misunderstood me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a way to weasel out.
Thank you.
Yeah, he never intended to go. The Secret Service would have never let him go anyway. I get the 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands. He was stuck in place. He was elsewhere, away from the fray. He never intended to go. High Priestess, hidden agenda, 2 of Swords. Thank you, Linda. He was not going.
All he had to do was take one look at Dances with Spanky, the guy with the horns, whatever his name was, and no, these people aren't right in their head. You can't walk with them.
He doesn't care about them anyways. They're disposable. They're just fine. He doesn't care.
Why should he?
Nope.
So he gets kicked off of everything.
Including Pinterest, Johnny.
I'm still laughing over that.
I mean, everything.
What was he doing on Pinterest? The crafters, the home decorators and gardeners. What? Was he looking for golden toilets and how to decorate? Why was he even on Pinterest?
Pinterest could have just been. Well, I don't have any words tonight. They could have been, trying to get ahead of the curve, I guess, and just say, hey. He's not allowed over here either. He probably don't have a Pinterest account. He's not very crafty, I don't think.
He was knitting himself a pussy hat like the rest of us women out there for those marches.
And even Shopify kicked him off. So he can't even sell his merchandise over there. Shopify, everybody kicked him off the internet. He is an internet pariah.
So everybody kicks them off of everything. And Parlor also is following suit. They're off of Amazon, so they can't use their servers. They're off of Apple. They're off of Google. They're off of pretty much everything but Earth at this moment. So let's look at the fate of Parlor one more time. Now,
Okay, so what's the question? He can't communicate on any mass media except under other people's accounts.
mhm.
And they track him down every time he does that.
And I would like to give Johnny some props here. We had read a few months ago, I think Johnny and Jenny and I all got that Parlor would be shut down, like it was just going to get shut down. But we never bothered to ask why. We just thought that it would be shut down.
We also got that there would be, thank you, Marley, or Marby. We also got that there would be mass exodus from his cabinets before he left.
So the question is, Johnny, how is he going to communicate?
No, I wanted to know, what is the new fate of Parlor? Is it going to make a comeback somehow? Because it doesn't have anything to be displayed on.
Yeah.
It's Rebecca Mercer's, and she's got the money.
And that's the only reason that I think, okay, maybe there's something that could be done, because she's got basically unlimited capital. But with nobody doing business with you, is it just over and you need to find something else to do? Because right now they're stuck in the gray area. They can't do anything. Nobody can access it, and blah, blah, blah.
You know, here they are, corrupt Parlor. The challenge will be to hang on to it. Thank you, Chris. That'll be the challenge, because it's America versus Russia on there. They're allowing Russian propaganda on there. And it's way, out of balance towards whatever Russia is pushing on there. So all these bullies and everything, there's already a plan. They are in for a fight because there's going to be more actions taken against them and more illumination on them. It's a bunch of thieves and sharing of information and stuff on there. So they, I get death in 4 months or death in 4 weeks.
Hmm.
Ending.
What you get?
I'm getting that the news that's coming out about where they communicate false information, it's going to be a while. Okay, there's going to be something that needs time to mature here. Okay, and they're looking for new alternatives to where they can take root. Do those roots last? I don't know, but right now it's like they're looking for alternatives on where.
Yeah, to start a new platform.
But it still shows that is a very, 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 very slow growth, and it remains small. Because it's misinformation. It's birds, rider, snake, whatever comes out, whatever they're communicating, it's a lie.
It's all propaganda.
It's all lies. They're lying about conservatism here. And then there's new choices and alternatives for where they grow. But it's like it's very slow growth, very, very slow, years and years. But I don't see anything successful out of it. So. What do you get, Johnny?
Thank you, Crazy Cat Lady. I get the 9 of Swords, so they are definitely worried about what's going on and going forward. I get the same thing, that because here with the Rebecca Mercer, you do get the Chariot. The Chariot for me is very, very slow, because it's about self-discipline, something you have to work on over time. And so here with the 2 of Cups, they do business with someone, but it's not here. I don't think it's here. I feel like it's overseen somewhere, but it is severely diminished with the Page of Pentacles here. Thank you, Joanne. Like, it's severely diminished. So it's one of those things where you have to know where it is to go get it.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be advertised.
Mm-mm.
Like.
Okay, well, good. I have, okay, okay. This, I don't know how we're going to ask this, but I'm just going to ask it this way because Taro is broad. So you're on your own back on this one. Was it worth it? That's what I want to know. Was all this standing behind Trump, standing by Trump, protecting him for 4 years, was it all worth it?
Was it worth it to the GOP or Republicans or the rioters?
Or the people that are about to end up in jail?
Yeah, was it worth it? That's what I want to know. Do they think that they got the better end of this deal, even though they just almost got, strung up?
They got legal fees popping out.
Hi, Lori. I think I saw Lori in the chat. Oh, there she is.
Lori and Ona.
Hi, Ona.
What you get?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I get no. Because there's news and feedback coming in that they have lost everything. Their homes, their jobs, their families. News of losses here for something that they did that was very, very, very shady. And when the investigators come to visit, you're going to end up in a black box here. See what I'm saying? Not black box like in 6 Feet Under, but like, yeah.
Nobody wants anything to do with you.
Yep. It's there. No.
Your information lives on forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
It was all for image, whatever they could get away with. And now there's, a light shining on all these guys receiving judgment. They thought they were on a higher ground, but now everybody is watching them. And what they tried to manipulate with other like-minded people. They thought they were victorious in that, but then everything comes down to an ending. They're losing it all. And they're seen as traitors to the U.S.
Yep.
They're seen as traitors to America.
These people are about to lose everything.
They needed more wisdom in their morals. They didn't have enough wisdom in their morals.
Mm-mm.
But that's also institutions like losing corporate jobs and stuff. It's amazing. Like CEOs of companies were there, crazy.
Lawyers were there. Lawyers, people that know the law, that should know better, were there. They're about to lose everything.
I get for the crowd, for the everyday people, no, it was not worth it because now you're trapped in a cage of your own making, mind you. Nobody forced you to go there. That's if you didn't die when you went there.
Those federal charges sit on your record. You got to report them every time you apply for a job. What's your crime? Insurrection against the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Barry. But I get for the people like the McConnells of the world, they don't care because there's the bully card and the rich man. So they got what they wanted. Meanwhile, the fodder out here, they lost everything. Trump didn't lose everything. Well, he kind of did.
Yeah.
He didn't lose everything y'all did.
I mean, there was active military duty. There were cops from New York and Portland that were doctors, lawyers, people that I can understand the trailer park dumbass that watches Fox News, but the actual professionals that know something, that are intelligent, were so whipped up that they were just led by the nose. You about to lose everything. Like,
Thank you, Switchback.
Well, I'm glad you found the switchback image instead of, at 3:00 in the morning when I usually go live.
Well, you know what? I just saw in the comments, Johnny, they were saying that they took his PGA thing away too.
Yeah, thank you, Beatrice. The PGA said we're not going to play on the Trump, what did they call it? It was one of the industry words, but the golf course, basically.
Oh, God.
I tell you.
Pariah.
Yourself. Well, God would do it in Publix. He is losing everything. And I am here for it.
We're going to take his McDonald's reward system away. Thank
you, Deborah.
What's bad, like if they impeach him again and everything, he'll lose his Secret Service. He'll lose his pension from the government. He won't have any income.
Yeah, when they vote to impeach, then they can hold a separate vote to take everything away, to ban him from ever holding public office. He will lose. I was telling Johnny, past presidents get a $1 million a year stipend to travel. He'll lose that. Secret Service detail for him and his family, lost. Presidential funeral, like everything, lost. You're done. You were like nothing.
Oh, he can go get one of his rioters to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Service.
Yeah. Oh,
so this might be an open-ended question here, but what's coming up for Cruz? Anything? You know what? Who just put that in there? Oh, where'd it go? Anyway. Oh, I seen it and it flew away. Anyway, somebody said this is his comeuppance for McCabe. He deserves to lose everything for what he did to many of them, including McCabe and Vindman. These people who worked forever and ever and ever and got to the 1 yard line and he took everything from them. You deserve to lose everything you got, everything Barron could have. You deserve to lose it. I'm here for it too.
The Houston Chronicle said that Cruz should resign. I think he gets cut from the Senate. It's going to be a little bit, but I think he gets cut. He feels all victorious, but he got too much attention on this. That celebrated person gets too much attention. He's like celebrating the challenges. He's chained to the devil. He looked at Medusa, as you say, Johnny. He's got legal issues getting ready right at his feet that are going to burden him. It's going to take a little bit of time here, but like they're already talking in secret about ending him, bringing up, either an impeachment vote or some kind of vote. Thank you, Zol3. His fortune is changing, and that's going to be across the aisle. So there's going to be Republicans and Democrats voting. I'm going to say this is Chuck Schumer here, causing him major anxiety. It's going to surprise him, but I get he loses his seat and he's cut from Senate or blocked.
Like taken off of committees and stuff, or he just doesn't hold any.
He's either extremely censured or he's entirely cut. I feel like he's going to be cut, like kicked out, expelled, expunged, whatever the word is.
Mm-hmm. I guess There's news about his career and his power and also who's financing him, but he starts losing financing. Like, I don't know if this is donors taking away from him, like people just start pulling away from him. As far as financing and resources go, also his power over time diminishes. He's going to try to re-image himself within the party and change tune. And I'm also getting here something about a book. It could quite literally be a book that he decides to pen. Maybe he'll write another book, but it doesn't. That diminishes too. He either can't find the publishers or there's no backing, financial backing for it. And then there's a woman here that is very successful on the media that brings something forward that changes. It's like a whistleblower, a female whistleblower or something here on the media. There's something here around him and who he has been co-opting with on social media platforms. But these people, it's a network of wackos. Because it's news about the wackos online social media. So it's like there's something there with the Quackanons or some other thing that comes out because I see a female whistleblower that brings something to light to the media, but in regards to something that he was doing on social media. But he's looking kind of like sort of to change his image. But by that time, it dwindled. It's just absolutely dwindled. It's like crap, if you know what I mean.
Thank you, Beatrice and Thelma.
So I get that there is going to be a conversation. He's going to do something on the Senate floor, some sort of talk. I don't want to say filibuster. He's going to do something with the government here in a conversation. But it's going to be some sort of grandstanding. He's also going to be accused of something. Here with the World card, that's my media card, and the Nine of Wands, he's going to have a very, very difficult time playing this down, whatever the case may be. There is a woman who also sues him with the Queen of Wands and the Justice cards. There is a man who is tied to shady finance, kind of like Koch brother finance, who is also going to be in particular circle. He is going to try to distance himself from people coming up here. Like me and that person, we are colleagues or whatever the case may be, but we don't hang out. I don't go to their house. They don't come to mine, blah, blah, blah. Like he doesn't know them like that. He just, it's kind of like when Trump never heard of Epstein, but you see 150,000 pictures of them hugging up and kissing on each other. There's also going to be an alliance that, well, this is two then, because this is a whole nother one. So this rich man, he's going to try to distance himself from, who's connected to shady money. There's also another person here with the Three of Cups, the Temperance, well, at least two other people, that he is going to try to put up a smokescreen on that relationship too. So he's got a woman that's about to sue him. He's got a shady relationship with the businessman, I'll just say that. And then he's got two other people in his sphere that he is trying to hide that relationship possibly, and this could possibly let Holly fool or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, he's got some splaining to do, Lucy.
He's so slimy, Johnny. Like just slimy.
He makes my skin literally crawl out the door and down the street.
90,000 subscribers in 24 hours over this. I'm assuming you mean on Twitter.
Well, Twitter, I read, was doing a bunch of purges on the fake accounts that were that were spreading Quackanon stuff. So a lot of people have been losing a lot of followers on Twitter because Twitter's purging bad accounts right now. And when I mean bad, I mean like quacks.
Well, let's look at Holly. What's coming up for him? Speaking of finance, we'll go into Trump's money next. That should be fun.
Holly's a rep. They can put him out in 2021 or 2022.
All of Missouri is calling on him to resign, and he's not going to resign. He's out of their reach. He's like, I got here with these tools, I'm not resigning.
He doesn't even live there. He lives in West Virginia, isn't it?
Yep, he used his sister's address. I think the preacher out there did a video on the news saying how much he regrets it was the worst mistake of his life for endorsing him. It's like,
Well done, Devil.
he made an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Call him when he shows up to the party.
He gets an action taken against him eventually too. I think they're going to leave things alone for Biden's first 100 days, or at least 30 days or something, right? 30, 60 days. He looked at Trump. He looked at Medusa. He's got image things he's got to offer up, and try to polish up his image. The challenge is he can't move forward on it because he was sharing things and tried to end democracy as we know it. He's trying to cling and hang on, but I get he ends up rather quickly getting forced out because he's getting a lot of media attention here, and he's extremely burdened. His work is obscured, and then he gets a legal action taken against him.
I'm getting that there's an ending and a loss for him because he's part of a network that's significantly stressed. And when I mean that, I'm talking about like the Quacken runners in government. But he is an opportunist that was very, very happy to take whatever came his way. Ultimately, though, I see him changing, making a move, and he leaves. Here. He leaves government. He goes away. He's distanced from government.
So he resigns before
I don't see resignation here because I don't have the lilies. I just see him leaving. Like he just leaves. There's a change. They move him, and then there's a transition. He moves away. There's move, and then there's a distance there. I also see him in court. Maybe there's something around the courts with him. And he's got the coffin over his head, so this homeboy might be headed towards some serious depression. I wouldn't say regret. I would say depression because the coffin's over his head. That's illness, depression.
Or maybe he picks up the COVID because they've already warned everybody in the Capitol that, hello, COVID's going to be rampant in the Capitol now.
Yeah, because there's an organization or a big party that is significant, that deteriorates, that's stressful. So he might have been somewhere in an institution or a party or a gathering or a rally or something where something that's illness was spreading and he got lucky there. But it's right over his head. Right over his head.
Does it show where he goes?
No, because it just shows this is the last card.
Okay. I get 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. He has an alliance that he's going to have to answer for. There's a man here that's about to be investigated.
Ooh.
And this man is connected to Josh somehow, some way, and Josh gets hauled into court here with the Justice card. But this, thank you, Ramsey. This in particular court case drags on possibly a little too long, and it starts to cause him financial hardship because he has not been in Congress long enough to get all the kickbacks yet. And whoever this person is, and it's, mind you, this is not necessarily even his case, but he's brought up in documents or brought up in thank you, Peggy, like the black boxes, as Becca says, like the servers and the phones and the text messages and that thing and all of this thing. So he's brought up in those messages, and then these nasty little things here with is what's causing the loss and the regret and the hardship and the this and the that. So his friends, be careful of the friends you keep, are going to cause him a lot of strife going forward. I think that he leaves Congress and he goes to work for Fox News. Somewhere where he can do a bunch of talking, a bunch of yap and that type.
Media. I asked where does he go, and I was getting media too, but I get he ends up abandoning that too, and then ending there too, like he doesn't stay long.
It'll be like a 3-month thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely like media type position.
It's just such gross ambition from him. Like, just gross.
One America.
Okay, so let's go into Trump's finance. Will you pick us up where you were on your tableau?
He was busting out the door. He was busting. So I was telling Johnny and Jenny I threw another GT on Trump. I was trying to go ahead 8 months. The first tableau I did, it showed him on the very end that him trying to cling to power makes him leave in utter disgrace because he had the lilies below his feet. So I pulled another tableau about 20 minutes. Oh, thank you, Adrian, for Johnny. I pulled another grand tableau today, and I was trying to go out 6 months, and he lands right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gave me 5 columns ahead to look, but the timeline was 6 months. But I was telling Johnny and Jenny, the first cards of this read right here, it's bear, mice, and dog. And then down this column, it's bear, fish, coffin. So I'm like, he's going to start losing finances. It's not like a quick sudden loss. It's like it's eating away, just a slow bleeding out of funds. And then there's bankruptcy because it's bear, which is your resources, fish, which is kind of like your transactional money, the cash you keep, your ATM card, your debit, and then coffin, closed, dead, done. So that's what I was telling them about right before.
Thank you, Catherine. So I wanted to look and see. I want to actually go both if we can, and look at the bear, which you say is finances, and the fish, which is basically cash and on hand type stuff. What is his finances going to look like, and then what is his on hand going to look like?
Okay.
Like, is he going to continue to bleed out? And maybe the reading will tell us because of why.
It looks like trials in court.
And
like he's being stuck in
stuff that he has to pay for.
And it's not like he's got the cross right under him, which usually the cross being very close in the grand tableau means that your suffering is short-lived. But he's got some bad cards, and then the anchor, meaning you're going to be suffering. And he's in the House of Tower. He's going to be in court fighting for a long time. So it looks like that's where it starts to dwindle. And he's also cut off from money here through his power. Like he does, because his power was off, he can't get money. See what I'm saying? That's what it looks like, but I'm gonna put this one out.
Who's going to stay in his hotels now,
Nope. The only thing that was keeping Mar-a-Lago afloat was him going there 800 times a year.
Yeah, nobody needs his influence now. He's got
forcing people to stay there.
No influence.
He's got none, and he's disgraced because in this tableau again, the lilies is right underneath his feet. He's stepping on it.
So it's like I just see him sending people to McDonald's to buy him hamburgers, because he doesn't have the money to do it. So he sends them and never gives them the money.
Ivanka and Kushner.
Give me a burger.
Thank you, Kantara. And thank you, Catherine, if I didn't say it beforehand. I think I did, though. Thank you. Anyway. Yep, that's what I get already.
What, Johnny?
The finances is attached to his position.
Yep, his plans were all based on him staying there. And he's out in the cold now. Thank you, Lynn. He's manipulating them again, so he's going to have tax fraud again. He's stuck. He can't do anything. He doesn't have a penny. He's like, look at, watching his money just go away. He's howling at the moon to make any. Also, thank you, Uma. And he's got judges and investigators. It's like steady. So his finances. He'd be living in a tiny house down on the corner. He's got judgment on him. I'm getting that drinking again too. But just everything's out of balance, and then crash, bankruptcy.
They're going to have to pawn Melania's breast implants at one point.
The only way he can move forward is to rely on like-minded friends and family. That's it. The only way he can make it. He's going to be divorcing probably Ivanka and living with divorcing Melania and living with Ivanka.
So I get the Four of Wands and the Fool. His finance is right now directly affected by his job with the White House and the Fool there. There's going to be a lot of strife, a lot of fighting over his finance with the Six Pentacles. This also might indicate here with the page. Is it the page or the Knight? I'm going to call it Knight. This is the Knight of Pentacles. There is also going to be some fight over... Thank you, Laura. The steady money, the money that's like deposited every, fourth Wednesday of the month type of thing. There's going to be a lot of strife over that.
Like Social Security.
His food stamp card is.
Got a Social Security, Mitch.
I do get, however, there is going to be a lot of people coming for not necessarily his money, but what his money has bought. So properties, watches, rings, ties, shoes, shirts, service. So this might be a tax thing because, the IRS says, well, if you can't pay, then we'll take all your goodies. And so I think he was going to have a tax problem, and he's also going to have a woman with the Queen of Wands that may impact his finances a lot too. This could be a Nancy thing, or some sort of opposition thing to where, since she's the one separating from his power, that could be it.
I see something here also in this tableau about a relationship and a sexual affair he had with a celebrity that is bad weather. So also coming for her money too.
I get the only money that he'll get comes from Ivanka.
So let's look at his cash on hand since it's bleeding out. Is this what else besides lawyers? What else would it be?
Well, he's about to owe all the money to Deutsche Bank.
They're gonna have to get in line.
Everybody, it's gonna be like, take a number, like at the DMV, take a number. Because then you're going to have the IRS coming after him for years and years and years and years of tax fraud. The banks, everybody is coming to collect.
He won't have Secret Service staying there in his hotels. Nobody else is staying there. He has no profitable income. So he's going to have to start selling all of his golf courses and stuff.
And even then he won't have enough, because that New York Times article said that he was total 1 billion with a B in debt. His assets will cover 1 billion, according to
his reputation right now.
What was that, Johnny?
What'd you say?
You said something about his.
I said not to mention his reputation right now. Who wants to be seen with him?
Greed and corruption.
The devil made an appearance again.
I get it already. 3 of Swords and Hermit investigation.
He's already in a struggle. Thank you, Esso. He's already in a struggle. He's already in a battle. It's challenges. Investigators are, looking at it. He's done, things worthy of going to jail for. Courts and endings. He's got to file bankruptcy. He's got nothing. He's penniless. I don't have any coins coming up for him. I got swords and wands.
That's what I got.
and Biden.
I mean, right off the bat, there's separation and investigations, heartbreak, suffering, and the hermit. Somebody looking into all your business. It started, because this is not a new thing. It started overseas, and then they came over here. Deutsche is not necessarily an English word, so I'm pretty sure they didn't start here.
It's German.
And then it ends in the tower. Bankruptcy. Well, congratulations. You have a sucky life. You really do.
So that'll be how many bankruptcies, excluding the United States, because you bankrupted this schmuck.
Trump Airline, Trump Magazine, Trump Steak, Trump Water, Trump Casino,
Trump Vodka,
Trump Vodka.
Steaks.
Trump Depends soon. He's going to
He'll have his own brand.
Trump College.
But it'll be like his ties and they'll hang down too low, so then they won't be effective.
Mm-hmm.
Trump University.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so let's look at Clarence Thomas's wife. Well, how do you say her name?
Jenny, I think.
Did she? Well, it's rumored right now that, or alleged, that she helped pay for 80 buses to bus these people down there. So do we want to say yes or no, or do we just want to go in and assume that?
I want to look at her, and then I want to look at how it impacts Clarence.
I'm going to go in with a yes, no to see if she had a hand in it, because it's all over Twitter. People coming with receipts, retweeting her tweet. But Ginny Thomas involved with the riots.
Yeah, there she is tweeting victory.
I got the holy card, so I'm just going to be my yes for that one. Okay. What does this mean now?
What's it mean for her, and what's it mean for Clarence Thomas?
Yep, she was involved. Okay.
These people are so stupid with social media. I've never seen such stupidity. You're committing a crime, and you're tweeting it. You're just the biggest, stupidest, stable genius.
That's like robbing the bank and live streaming yourself. Like, you're just asking to get. Oh my God, these people.
This is what you warned the teen. Thank you, Kantara. This is what you warned the teenagers about. Hey, don't do this on social media because it lives forever.
And we're the cards. We're the mentally disabled ones here.
Yeah. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're the libtards.
Yeah. I saw that the FBI has had over 40,000 things. They put up a task force on the internet, and we've had over 40,000 tips already for those people.
Retrumplicans, as they call them.
Social media will find you.
Mm-hmm.
What's this mean for Jenny Thomas? Whatever her secret plans were, those have ended now. Whatever her hidden agenda is, she is trapped in the middle of it. Bullying, inciting, insurrection. They're watching her. Not getting if she's going to get legal trouble. If she is, it's not right away. Her fortunes are changing. So whatever she's trying to do immediately, that's all changed. It's treason. People are going to be talking about this, talking. It's going to cause somebody to have to walk away. I'm going to look at Clarence.
Oh, I asked mine, how will this affect Clarence Thomas? And I got that his career and reputation and honors is going to diminish.
Are you getting that he's going to be asked to leave the Supreme Court?
I don't see the courts here. I just see that his reputation, his honors is going to be diminished because he was in agreement with the crazies. He's going to be seen in that light as someone that is okay with those crazies. He's going to be dishonored.
Insurrection. So if he's dishonored, that sounds like he's either impeached or Robert gets into resigning.
No. It's this. His honor and his reputation, his opportunity there was in agreement with the crazies. His honor immediately and opportunities moving forward are diminished. Here, I'm not getting impeachment. I'm not getting resignation. It just says that his career and honors and standing are diminished. Here. That's what I'm getting. I don't get impeachment or nothing.
I get nothing for her. I get the Six of Swords, she escapes, and then I get the Moon and the Seven of Cups. And that's about him then.
Holy crap, Smith is so bad that even Colin Powell just announced he's leaving the Republican Party. Wow.
Everybody's got a different perspective on Thomas now. They're all talking about it. They see him as corrupt. He's waiting right now, but he can't get any of his plans going. He doesn't know how to strategize against this because he's viewed as corrupt. Somebody's charging in legally. He is out in the cold.
I saw one of them going for over the next 4 years, but I thought it was to the park.
He's a national security threat. Endings. Gone. He loses his seat.
32, man. So I'm not surprised.
I mean, there's some loss and a major change here. This is not something quick, though, here with the 10 of Wands. This would be, it may not even be connected to this, like some sort of information over money or something like that. Unless I read this like I read it the last time and somebody goes to the park. I don't want to say I'm predicting death because I can't do that, but there's going to be a Supreme Court thing tussle back and forth, I think, over the next 4 years. I think so. Shall see.
You watch, they'll get rid of Thomas, Kavanaugh, and Gorsuch, I don't know about Gorsuch, but they'll get rid of Amy. David Barrett.
There's going to be a serious conflict of interest there because her husband is tied to some legal thing. And he refuses to step down. He refuses. Yeah. That's a huge conflict of interest. Like that.
Yeah. They'll end up getting rid of those three and replacing them. We'll pick up some liberal seats.
And hopefully Mitch McConnell will be there so we can watch his head go.
Hey, can you imagine Mitch McConnell when he saw Ginny Thomas out there protesting and tweeting with them, in the middle of the riot? He's like, no emotion. There goes the court. We had the upper hand.
Let's look at, will there be a lot of tie votes in the Senate?
Tie votes in the Senate for what? To convict and remove?
Well, just will there be a lot of tie votes? Will we see that split? Will we see Kamala basically have to come in a lot and be the tiebreaker?
Mm-hmm.
Or will there be more Republicans shifting over to?
I had done a grand tableau on that. It's in the book months ago, and I always saw her as the one that steps in to make the decision.
But does she have to do it a lot, or is it just a key?
That she is key, that she is the solution to the divisiveness, and she makes the ultimate decision. So I will see.
That's what I see. I think it's like for big stuff. Something about suffering. So this may be connected to COVID and vaccines and things of that nature. This could also be connected to student loan debt. Anything that you would do in a group of people that you could celebrate for afterwards. So like graduations and some student loan debts and things of that nature. Stimulus, something that moves us forward. And something about packages. What do you call those? I guess
stimulus packages.
Packages. So things of that nature. It could be. She comes in for all those major things.
That's what I'm getting to. I'm getting that she visits for suffering. When there's suffering here, she visits. When there's suffering, she visits.
I get there's a lot of fighting because people are still clinging to their old ways, and as opposed to working together, everything changes. So yeah, when there's people suffering, she comes in to bring the victory. But I guess she has to come in a lot on the laws, like frequently coming in, like to the point where she's making Republicans anxious because it's like, oh, here she comes again.
Yep.
Wah.
So Michael Cohen recently came out and said that he is going to cooperate with investigators on Trump and the Trump family. What else does he have to tell us?
That wasn't in his book, or does he have more tapes?
And I guess what else would come with this information too? Like, what are they going to do with it?
Oh, I got my petty boots ready, Johnny. Petty boots, petty outfit, petty hat, all of it.
Good old Michael Cohen. You're such a horrible person. You came through right on time.
What else you got, Michael, that you've been holding back on? I mean, I gotta believe there's a lot of people that have kind of held back until there's a new administration in, because they knew it would go nowhere.
And he said, I guess, enough to, lessen his sentence, but he didn't say everything.
Well, he probably has enough to keep the New York Southern District busy for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's got some stuff for Florida, too, on Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, well done, Devil. Thank you, Suzanne. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he walked away from unfinished work. He wasn't done yet. He's got more secrets. Thank you, Pam. He's got more secrets. He's got an abundance of them. He's got stuff on Russia. He's like, pick one. Like, which thing do you want to look at? I got it all. He's going to be talking about lovers, payoffs, all the payoffs. He knows about more of those. Fights that Trump tried to change or fix in his favor, and how he shifted money around. Oh, yep. There's the devil. Greed greed overseas. So his connections to overseas oligarchs and overseas leaders, and there's Trump on the bottom. So it's all about him and those that support him right under that. Because you had all these Saudi guys come in and buy condos in Trump Tower and Russian oligarchs and. But y'all getting?
Y'all fast. What you get, Becca?
I'm getting that he's going to be delivering. He may have more phone calls recorded of some sort, because there's the phone calls, the meetings, the negotiations. So news about meetings, news about negotiations, and what was negotiated, opportunity and luck here. Something that he was hoping to get, stuff that he was not previously successful in because the success had come to an end. So there's something around a venture in regards to something. I don't see anything abroad here that was not successful, but he's got like recordings or something on it because he was part of a meeting. I'm seeing that he's going to be talking the family about how they defrauded stuff and thievery and a criminal conspiracy that they've been involved with repeatedly. He's going to show something where they were working on some sort of a task or an assignment, perhaps that the children may have been working on or something like that. The siblings may have been working on because there's a criminal conspiracy. There's also news being brought forward in regards to relationships that are sexual, ring, sex here. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I do not see children in this spread though. So there may be more than the Stormy Daniels and the other lady, because he's delivering news about relationships and talking about sex, and these are sexual relationships. And then here's a woman, and it could be more than one woman too, because the birds is here. But the family's, and there's also something here about manipulating energy or defrauding, something to do with energy. If I read the sun as energy, because there's an energy contract. Energy contract brings luck. A successful contract, a successful agreement brings luck. It has central to the reading. It's this. He delivers information about contracts and promises, relationships, agreements. So that's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Estelle. So there is some information he has about how he got into the government with the Six of Swords and the Hierophant. There's also some information on the conversations, like he has possibly recorded or printouts of conversations that Trump had, that the kids had, anybody associated with the Ten of Pentacles, that lineage. He's got actual conversations from them, and I don't know who they were talking to. That's not here, but if you want to go Six of Swords with it, you can say it's overseas, but I won't say that definitely. Thank you, Rhonda. But he's got conversations that they were having with the Page of Wands there. There's also information about well, I'll just say it the way it is. There's an affair here with the Lover's card, right? Then there is another sexual escapade here with the Knight of Cups, but this one was by force or by drug. Here with the Devil cards, and it was an earth sign woman, whoever that was. So these are two different things. This one seems to be, I'm going to go with, this is a person who was not the same age as him. I'll say that. Because I got the Page of Wands here. This feels very Teen USA-ish.
Well, he supposedly, I hate to say the word because of YouTube, had his way with someone that was 15 at Mr. Epps' party.
That is.
Was that the Jane Doe that was forced to drop way up? Yeah.
Yeah. And then your other one's probably E. Jean Carroll, too, coming back out.
So somebody was drugged here. So he's got foreign conversations. I'm going to say foreign conversations with the family and Donald Trump. Definitely the family. So boy one and the girl one, they definitely, Ivanka and Don Jr., definitely got recorded conversations or transcribed conversations or something of that nature. He's got text messages. He got something you can read. And he knows some information on how he got into the government.
If you read some of the stuff on the Miss Teen USA, how they would have like boat parties and stuff and, get offshore and get these young girls drunk and stuff.
So can we do a read?
Thank you, She Sharpshoots.
Thank you.
Sorry.
On the next 10 days?
On what?
From Trump's perspective or from our perspective about Trump? Or
is because I think we covered ours with the inauguration and that other crap. Let's do his for the next 10 days.
Trump, the next 10 days.
Oh Lord, that's y'all president out there.
Not mine. Never has been.
Nature is very special sometimes. Billions of sperm and not the one that made it through. Next 10 days.
More bullying and lying. Having to move because Biden is just living in his mind, but having to move because Biden's coming in. He's taking a trip. I think I did hear he was going to Texas. Taking a trip to work with somebody there. He's visiting his wall one last time so he can see the Trump Grand Wall one last time before they tear it down. I get Pelosi doing something quick on him. And he's watching, but he's like hiding. They might be victorious in getting him to leave. There is a hope for that they're victorious in getting him to leave. Because right now, he's going to be looking at all kinds of federal charges for inciting a riot and insurrection and everything else.
Dumbass could have just shut up and walked away, but no, he had to make it worse for himself.
Thank you. She shoots sharp shoots.
What you get?
I'm getting that there is very important news that the president is going on a trip and vacationing somewhere because here, let me just do that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Significant news that he's visiting somewhere. He's going on a trip. There's a judge here. There's something here about news of a retirement as well. News of resignation, news of a retirement, something that's significant in the institution's news of news or feedback about retirement or resignation. Here's a judge. There's something powerful here in regards to his health here and an offer for him this way. It shows him going happy on vacation, and it shows him being very successful here. He's got the answer, but something comes to light in the courts. Health is significant here, and that gets a light on it. Financial institutions as well, that probably where this judge is coming, because there's a financial institution notice for resignation, and then him as the powerful person or the person in a position of authority. He's got a lot coming up over the next day or over the next 10 days that I can see. I see a judge. I see the possibility of something to do with a financial institution, news of a resignation, something about his health, him going on a trip. I see him going on a trip. I don't see him coming back. This shows this. He goes away. Transitions. Transfers. Goes away.
Leaves.
Peaceful. This would be like a peaceful vacation, peaceful retirement, retiring here and then going somewhere abroad, going on a trip, going on a vacation. Peaceful transition as well. What are you getting, Johnny?
Well, you just read all my cards. That's what I got. I do get there's some sort of victory lap here happening with the Six of Wands and the Star to make him feel important.
Yep.
I guess maybe his inner circle is saying, hey, let's pat him on the back so he doesn't go completely crazy. The Knight of Cups. Okay. It is a card of romance and charm and attractive offers, that type of thing. It's a romantic person, or it could be singer songwriter, somebody who knows how to schmooze or BS even. But I pull it and I'm like, this is a physical change, and I don't know because it couples with the Death card. And it's not that kind of physical change as in he's about to die. But
it's like an image change. Like there's an image
changes physically. And I get the moon here too, to where I don't know. And then the Eight of Wands makes me think that maybe it's oral. So maybe he has a change in medication.
Maybe he stops putting on his orange makeup.
Something physically changes with him. Like it's a major change.
Or they start saying, he starts trying to act crazy so that he can get out all his court stuff later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try a health spread on him.
Is going to try to go somewhere where he does not have to come back with the Four of Pentacles. Now, he may come back because they may come get him. But right here is the Four of Pentacles. He's going to go somewhere where he can be encased. He can be hide in his bunker that he created for himself.
So little orange tyrant is going to go run away to Texas to go look at his wall while they're impeaching him in the house.
Or maybe he'll go to the next boat parade.
We got a boat. We got the ship in my reading, so maybe he's.
Well, let's look at his health.
He is steadily doing lots of pills. Somebody's collaborating on his health, and they're collaborating to take something away from him. So that could be like Pence having a doctor say something.
I'm not going to pull a health spread. I'm just going to look at the GT because the tree is right over his head, meaning there's something significant going on with his health.
They may say he's got COVID again.
Because I see something here that flares up.
Yeah, it's a lie because again, his health is secure. Everything's secure in his health, so everything's a lie. It's like just to get him out fast.
I got the tree in the house of Whip, and then followed by the man in the house of Tower. So it shows that he may be institutionalized in a hospital or some sort. But it's a lie. He's got the snake right underneath it. It's a lie. And then the snake goes to the letter. Whatever they're saying, whatever they're reporting is a lie.
Is a lie again. They're gonna like.
And he's got the cross right here again. His suffering is a lie.
I think Ivanka's gonna announce it like, oh, he's got COVID again, he's got to go for another treatment. Things are off balance. Yeah, it's a lie.
Thank you, Rolon. There is something that lays him out, or is supposed to lay him out, with the Four of Swords and the Four of Swords. That is a manipulation here with the magician. There is, however, as I always keep getting, a heart and blood pressure problem.
Yep.
So that's all I ever keep getting for him. Really is that and his back, but that's what happens when you got a big front, is you got a bad back. So
that's what I always get for him too, Johnny. Like a heart that's blocked, or arteries that are blocked that need to be cut.
Snorting a lot, it's grinding up a lot of pills and affecting his brain.
Mm-hmm.
There's his bad back. That's a spine card for me.
What a schmuck. Let me fake COVID again so that
I can get out of here peacefully.
Without tarnishing my reputation. But you're going to walk out of there dishonored anyways. I don't care how. Like, they're going to make sure to mark you as a dishonorable man.
It's like a play on sympathy. I've got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, so let's look at 400,000 people, no sympathy.
Nope, none.
Why? No, not want to do that one yet. Is there any possibility that he will resign at all, even a little bit?
I mean, he didn't even do a concession speech. He said there'll be a peaceful transfer of power or whatever, but that wasn't conceding.
No.
He can't admit losing or failure, so why would he resign? I'm going in the hospital for my last week.
Major change in power that comes to completion. He's going to wait it out. That's what I get.
Crying buckets of tears. He thinks he's secure as challenges Pelosi. He's getting bullied by Pelosi. Got his circle of support around him. Fighting to stay at work, and then, oh, look, I'm ill. Still clinging to his power in his illness, though, so he doesn't resign.
Again, no, I know either. He's looking at alternatives and options right now on how he can weasel out of this, how he can manipulate his way out of it. But he's blocked. He's pressured. He's got nowhere to go. But right now he's plotting like a, what do you call it? Like a trapped animal, or a, what do you call that, Johnny?
Yeah, being trapped animal, backed in a corner.
Backed into a corner. Yeah, but that says no. He's trying to figure out a way to sneak out, but not through resignation. It's almost like, and even in this Grand Tableau and what you guys just read on, it's almost like he fakes an illness to go out that way instead of saying I resigned.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, take me out on a stretcher. I'm ill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, be careful with
that way
the
nobody's there to see him on his exodus.
Mm-hmm.
So let's switch to another horrible person. Mo Brooks from Alabama. Is he involved in these riots?
keep seeing the devil on the bottom, so I have to keep shuffling.
As I say, you call the devil by name, be prepared to entertain. He's going to show up. Oh, sweet Jesus. What you get, Becca?
I'm getting that he was there mostly for his image. There's the separation, the election or whatever, there's his honor and his image. He was just trying to deeply cement it and root it there. He was involved in that aspect where he was egging it on. He was egging on the division for his own career. Okay. Was he involved in manipulating the idiots, the naive people here? No, he was distant. So, like, was he giving them maps? Was he telling them where to go? No, it was almost like he was part of the show. He wasn't part of the actual, like, here's the maps. These are the doors you go in. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, he was involved in that way.
Yeah, I get he was detached from Trump, but where he may have had some communication may have been with Ivanka or Trump Jr. I do have some sort of sharing of time and information and resources that's going to get investigated. And it has to do with the plans for the riot. He will be testifying. They are watching him. And I do get he will be put in defense mode. So there's something there, but I think it's tied more to probably Don Jr.
I check his social media accounts that are under not his public persona. Like, check his hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Check whatever he's hiding under. I get the page of wands and the page of pentacles. He has been typing and talking in these forums, in these chats, and these thises and these that's. He's got a lot of garbage and information that he has put out there. There is some sort of woman who declares a truth about him that causes a judgment in the justice system. So there might be, I don't know if it's a fine, if it's a whatever, because I don't see jail here, so I won't go there. But there's a woman here who brings some sort of truth, or maybe she brings something that sheds truth on other people just by the way. She may not be looking at him directly, but he gets caught up in the shedding of the light. There is some blocking of the schemes here, so I don't think the actual stealing and damaging of property and all of that connects to him, but he did help whip them up into a frenzy. That is for sure. Oh, I can't. Thank you, Holly. All these people could live simple lives if they just wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't imagine wanting to live that kind of life. All for greed.
It's just gross. It's gross.
So, no resignation. I want to know, this was my question. Will Pete Buttigieg find anything newsworthy in the Department of Transportation that Elaine Chao tried to hide or tried to whatever the case may be?
we already know she gave contracts to people that donated to Mitch in Kentucky.
Smuggling fentanyl. They're also honorable. They quit at the last minute.
Money, 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 money. Yes. He will. Some backstabbing she did, like, so some people that she didn't give contracts to, some backstabbing, but I start out with the gifts of money and all that smug energy and the steady flow of money that brings some legal problems, and connecting to the donors and the circle of support around the donors. Stealing, truth on that, and something directly on Trump also. Trump in the White House. How she partnered with him on something and manipulated something for Trump.
What you get?
I'm getting a yes. I'm getting he's going to find stuff around contracts, business contracts that were closed, independent contracts that were closed, promises to donors here who got the contracts and why they were closed. It has to do around closures, people that were denied contracts here. Donors, this is small mom and pop. This is usually the card for small businesses. They didn't get it. You see what I'm saying? So,
like the people that had the best bid didn't get awarded the contract.
And it's like they weren't even bidded, if that makes sense. Because there's no negotiating. There's no bidding here. There's no bidding. It was just promised here. So they probably made them single source contracts, no bid contracts or something like that. That's what I get.
I get yes. I don't know if it'll come out. The Page of Wands would be the information that can be spoken about. The Four of Cups may be something that you can't do anything about. There are two women here. I don't know who they are or even why they show up, but there's also here with the money, the Four of Pentacles. This was supposed to be gone out, but it was withheld from someone. The Ten of Swords, it was ended altogether. This was supposed to be an alliance with the Lover's card, but it didn't quite happen. There's also something here.
That Four of Pentacles almost looks like Gollum squatting on the ground. As opposed to, usually they're sitting in a chair hanging onto their money.
This we'll skip that, but yes, that's there is some newsworthy stuff. I'll just say that. We'll leave the rest of that alone. Merrick Garland, what is his first order of business? What is the thing that he wants to do first?
It is three powerful women under him.
Aquarius is here.
Artie is somewhere sleeping because I hear him snoring across the room. Artemis. Garland. There's just so much to do. What do I do first? So much to choose from. He's going to get the women that are working for him to look into anything that's lied or covered up or hidden and bring it to light. So they're going to go through the files and go through the communication and see what's there. Because it feels like there's just so much that's hidden that they have to go through to pull things out to find stuff. They're going to find something on betrayal of steady money. I think he's also going to force some people into retirement that were hired by that previous leader of the DOJ. But corruption that's been going on a long time. First order of business.
What'd you get?
Man, child, heart, tower, garden, birds, and bear. Kids in cages. That's the first thing. That's his first. That's what I'm getting for his first order of business. Not just with the children and reuniting them, but also looking specifically at who in the government met and negotiated this, and the people that are personally profiting, the corporations that are profiting from the camps. And here's the money. The institutions, and who was involved, who was in that meeting, who made the decisions. I want to know everything, because here's the children. There's the kids that he's very passionate about that are institutionalized in the camps. So from this, it's looking like it's not just put the kids back. It's going to be an investigation on who was involved, who made the decision, who's financing, who's getting money from it, all of it, like a deep dive into that. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I got that too. Three of Swords was there, but there's something about securing something in Biden's administration or securing something for him. I don't know exactly what, but there's securing some sort of path to an action. Like Biden wants to do something, he secures his right to do it some sort of way. There's also going after the Fool. Three of Swords and the Fool. Oh, I can't wait. There's also some fighting of the devil. So this is going to be just corruption in general, but this is also going to be the past 4 years of people, because there's also something here about weapons and airborne weapons too. So I don't know exactly what
that could be the crooked Saudi deals that Trump made, that they bypassed the Congress, and Pompeo was involved in that too. They bypassed the Congress to give the Saudis technical or tech information in regards to nuclear technology, and they sold them a bunch of weapons, which Congress opposed. They did it anyways. So that could be that, Johnny.
I think so. Here is it was interesting, this lover's card got snakes on it. There is a deal that was made with a like-minded person, but this person is like-minded for the Trump administration. So this is not a Boy Scout. So yeah, he's got a lot to do.
And I wonder if he's going to be, I mean, he's going to be cleaning up after a band of criminals that are not smart. But I'm wondering if he can get it done in 4 years or if it's going to wait
Let's
longer.
see how effective he might be.
We've all seen it going on in plain sight. So it's going to be really funny. It's like, gee, I hope he was taking notes and remembers everything he needs to ask about, because there's just so many crimes.
And that's the stuff we know about publicly. Imagine all the other stuff we don't know about. Like, it just came out that the reason that the attorney general was fired over in Georgia was because he was pressuring them to fire him because he wouldn't overturn. Imagine how many more phone calls like that about other stuff have happened in 4 years. You know? So how effective will
Garland be?
Garland be?
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Thank you, Feisty Butterfly. I'll have to my announcements. I had some announcements I was gonna do, and I did two of them. Okay, at least I did two of them. So let me say this, since I'm thinking about it now. My New Year's resolution was, and it has already failed, was to put the name of the decks that I use in the description box of the videos. I have not done that, and I'm not going to do that because I don't ever think to do that. So I'm not going to pressure myself for this much looking at. Now,
it's hard enough remembering just to write in, like, for entertainment purposes only and stuff like that.
But here's what you can do. If you watch a video and you see a deck and you want to know what it is, email me, and then I will send you the answer, because I always have to go back, because I do all my videos at one time anyway, and so I always have to go back to see what deck y'all talking about anyway when I do answer it down in the comments. So just email me what deck is that. The one you were just talking about, though, I don't know the name of it because I just got it, but I'm gonna tell you right now. It's called a Super Lunaris Tarot deck, SUPERLUNAIRS. I'm gonna type it in the thing. SUPERLUNAIRS. Super Lunaris Tarot deck, and you get it on Etsy.com. There you go. How effective.
How effective is Garland going to be? We're going to enjoy the show. He is just steadily in court, fighting, battling like his people. It's a big change from what it's been, in the past. But it's like the ferryman, like constantly going to court, slamming through like a lot of indictments I'm getting. There's a lot of betrayal, and he's putting people away. His challenge is going to be COVID, trying to get like court dates and stuff is what I'm getting. And the money trail. His challenge will be the money trail.
What you get?
Ultimately, he has the key, the solution, the answer to everything. He has access. He's going to be successful. This is one of the best, most positive cards you can get. And he's going to overcome all these problems, the betrayals, the gaslighting, the cover-ups, and who profited off of everything. Those in positions of authority that were involved in this sort of the children of the boss that were involved in the shenanigans. Does that make sense? Ultimately, he uncovers it and he finds it. When it happens, I don't know. I don't know, because that's a lot of effery right there with those two, with these. So
my first card is the Six of Wands. That is victory. Thank you, Patty. That's victory, promotion. Then I get the Three of Cups. That is celebration and community, unity. So it's going to be very effective. I think effective in shedding light, effective in bringing forth the issue, effective in maybe even getting some convictions or two. Now, the problem I'm having is jail time does not seem to be equivalent to the crime. If you ask me, if I was, to be judge, jury, and executioner, here with the 8 of Wands, there is a successful argument, but it leads to very little jail time. So you may have someone like a Paul Manafort who should be in there for, 15 years, who's in there for 2 months. Thank you, Clarissa. But he does uncover a lot, and he does uncover a lot of foreign influence, not just Trump and Russia, but just foreign influence, period. So, yes, he is going to be very effective. And he does have very, very, very competent deputy AG. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to what it is they are going to do.
Lisa Monaco looked like a fireball.
As long as they got teeth, man, that's all I care about.
She's got some forensic accounting expertise too.
So why is Pence waiting?
Why is Pence waiting?
On the 25th.
The Fifth Amendment is right there on the table, buddy. Just go through it. You can be President Pence for 2 days. Mommy would like that.
Y'all, in your questions, you need to read up on the 25th and impeachment, because the 25th, there's they can do it and Trump's out for 4 days and then he can appeal and he's back in with his power again for 4 days. There's a lot of back and forth in doing the 25th. So it's not just declare it and he's out and that's it. No.
And now that almost his entire cabinet is gone, it has to go through a whole different process. For Democrats, for Republicans, a group of doctors, it would be a completely
convoluted.
Yeah,
it's just like declare the 25th and he's out of there immediately. It's actually takes longer than impeachment, I think.
Yep. And for all of these lawyers, like Goldman, the one that was one of the impeachment lawyers for the Dems, saying that impeachment is a waste of time, I strongly disagree. Strongly disagree.
Yeah, they had a thing they called privilege resolution impeachment, which is where you just take it to the floor and vote.
No, it wasn't even about that. It wasn't even, he knew about the privileged resolution. He was just saying the Senate is not going to convict, so why do it anyways? Because you just led an insurrection against the government. So are you just going to send the signal that we're totally cool with that? Like, shut up, Goldman.
56% of America wants him out now.
Mm-hmm.
As the head of the government, he led a coup against his own government. That's why.
Yeah.
If you need that explained to you, then you need to get out of this country too.
Yep. And he was one of the impeachment lawyers. That's why I was like, what? But then on Twitter, he's telling AOC and everybody, I'm ready to go. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
Pence said that he's watching to see if Trump gets more unstable, if there's a change. It's like, well, how can you get more unstable than
actually kill somebody on Fifth Avenue?
Yeah.
John, you already did 5 at the Capitol, and then the freaking 370,000 that are dead from COVID.
Like, I don't understand.
Incompetence.
What else does he got to do?
He's just ducking his head because he's burdened. He's arguing with people about it and about bringing everything to an end. But then there's this circle of support that's around Trump. But he may do it because I guess he's going to be there to hand things off to Biden. If he does it, it's going to be right up to that last few days where they don't have to hand it back over to Trump again. But he knows Biden's coming in and that he'll be successful and everybody will be celebrating and he'll be strong. So Pence has no courage. He's a bootlicker.
Dude, he just tried to kill you and your family because his family was there with him.
He didn't like to make 2 too much waves. He just wants to do whatever everybody else wants him to do. He doesn't have an original thought of his own.
That's why he had that fly on his head for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I get yes, but then I get he's waiting on a transition offer from a woman. Transition gift from a woman. Transition offer from a woman.
From Pelosi.
So why would you be waiting on an offer of transition from a woman?
He's waiting to see if she'll sign off on not bringing impeachment charges or something.
I get he wants a woman to do it. Here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. He wants somebody else to do it. Someone here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, if they tied him into, knowing anything about this, they could take him and Trump out at the same time. Let's ask, is there going to be anything shocking coming out about the insurrection that we don't know? Is there going to be any shocking news that we don't already suspect? Shocking news about somebody's involvement we weren't aware of or something.
Jay, you ain't got no more times to come in late like this.
Right at the end. Now you got to go back and watch from the beginning.
Wake up on time.
I get two things: where the money came from to pay for the supporters that's going to come out through the courts to get the strength up to do this so quickly, to move into action, and something about a target on Biden.
I'm getting that it's going to be around a network of people. That the betrayal came from those that support the president, and they came from the House, and they snuck around. Like literally the House.
The inside job, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a betrayal there. Because they're loyal to this man.
I get that too, but I get it again. There is somebody involved that is in jail or under house arrest. I got that the last time. There's somebody involved in this that is on lockdown somewhere. But as far as shocking goes, I think it's just who is probably what's going to be so shocking, because there's a whole bunch of them. It's a pyramid of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's shocking.
It's a network. It's going to be when you get the names of who. Not the people that stormed the Capitol, the people on the inside that set it up. When those names come out, you're going to be like, oh, holy crap.
Okay, so let me go through my announcements once more and again. We're going to be doing a charity stream. First of all, we're going to be on Jen's channel next week. Thank you all for joining us. And then within that week, we are going to be doing a live stream with Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under. We're going to be doing a charity live stream, and it will be for Invisible People. This is the charity for the homeless. And that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you are in the world, you do the math. I failed twice, so don't ask me. And we will be on for about 2 hours because that is a work day. Also, if there is a video where I'm using a deck and you want to know the name, email me and then I'll go back and look and then tell you the answer because I'm not going to remember. The New Year's resolution has already failed. Okay. Right now, we're going to do a giveaway for the Tarot Grand Looks. So,
Good luck, everybody.
Give my telephonist apparatus and random number generator. Number 1 to, since there's like 2,500 people in here, 1 to 300.
Oh boy.
Put your number in the chat right now. I probably should do this. Oh, this thing here is too slow. I need to look on YouTube. Hang on. I'm coming back. Okay.
Everybody was asking where Artie was. So I had to go get him. He's been over here napping and snoring all night.
Trying to keep up.
Moose is right there.
Oh, I need to look down here.
Hey, Moosey.
Banging on the floor and trying to get in. Hey, puppies.
Artie just sneezed on my face.
Aww.
What was that sneeze about?
Bless you, Artie.
He got his claws trimmed last night. He's not too happy with me. I disarmed him.
With the blow snot all over your face. Oh. Do. All right.
It's chocolate, no?
You got
Put your number in.
5, 4, 3. Uh-oh. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm getting back to the bottom of the list here. So there's 2 people. Stop putting numbers. I got 2 people. Anna O'Brien and Kathy D. You both got the closest. The number was 32. You both put 33. So Anna O'Brien and Kathy D, I need a number from you 2 between 1. I'll just pick my own number since I don't want to look away. Between 1 and 10. Anna O'Brien and Kathy D. Well, Kathy, you're close. You say you never win these kind of things. You close. I need a number 1 through 10 right now. And Anna O'Brien. I'm ignoring the rest of you right now. Anna O'Brien and Kathy D. I need a number from you 2, pretty please. Thank you, Tara. Llama O'Brien, Llama O'Brien, Llama Bryant. Pay attention. You chose 8. Okay. Anna O'Brien, what was your number? Did I lose you? You chose 6. Jesus Christian. The number is 7. So you chose 6, you chose 8. Oh, Lord. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Where the hell did it go? Oh. Kathy D and Anna O'Brien. Kathy, I'm going to send you this one, and Anna, I'm going to send you that one. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. So both of you, send me your information, TarotsApprentice@gmail.com. Got to do it tonight, though. Got to do it tonight.
Send your address.
Have it. So, Kathy D, send me your stuff, and Anna O'Brien, you as well. I will send you this one, Anna, and thank you, Peaceful Light. And then, no, I said that backwards. Kathy, I'll send you this one. Anna, I'll send you that one. So send me your address and information, TarotsApprentice@gmail.com. All right. So next week we will see y'all on Jen Lynn's channel. So be there, be square, be triangle.
We'll be there during the week if something crazy happens again.
We will indeed. So y'all have a good night, and thank you very much for hanging out with us. Bye-bye.
Bye.